I have no idea why I'm doing this again. This is a terrible, terrible idea. But we're doing it anyway. I previously had to get to, like, Diamond or something to get the one fucking Rocket Racing skin. This one. Chapter 5, Season 1. This was a fucking nightmare to get. That's okay. We're doing this anyway. Yeah. Let's see how bad this is. Let's just see. My capabilities are at their absolute maximum because I just drank 2 times spicy buldak ramen broth. Also, yeah, based on the fact that I'm actually waiting for players, I was 100% for most of yesterday just up against bots. And I don't know how I'm going to handle not being against bots. That seems like a terrible thing to me. The fact that there are real people playing this, outside of me, is quite surprising. I do wish there was, like, a map so I could see how close other people were to me. I feel like that would be really frickin' nice. Also, I can say that this dude in the lead is actually just 1,000 times better than I am, which is quite horrific. Which means that this dude has actually played the game, which is horrifying to me. I do this for dumb rewards, and probably as, like, some abstract form of self-harm. People are playing this normally, which is weird. Whee! And I won! Because I'm better. I know, yeah, look. Only 8 actual people. Yikes. Yikes. Horrifying. I know, hold on, we got someone before who was like... Damn, I don't get ranked levels for this here. Damn. That's crazy. I could have sworn you actually did. Ah, well. Yeah, I'm gonna swap back to Miku because Miku racing is the only way we can win. And yes, I do need the entire loadout, because if I don't do the entire loadout, then I'm not, like, thinking properly. I do want this pickaxe, but more than that, I kinda just want the wheels. Hold on, there are some really cool-looking wheels that are, like, revolver, clips. Not clips, but, you know. Mags? I'm not sure. Chambers. Revolver chambers. That's the one. Notice how they have to use a matte painting instead of an in-game screenshot, because I am the only person playing this. I always forget that it's a countdown to a countdown. I just got hit with the Joker chemicals there, what the fuck? Okay, easiest map in the game. Easiest map in the game. Easy, easy, easy map. I'm also making poor decisions. Uh-oh. That's no good. If I'm making poor decisions, and you're making poor decisions, then who's flying the plane? Also, dear God, these are real people now. Oh no. This is like an entire lobby of real people. Epic, this is not what I signed up for. I signed up for frickin', a game mode that 3 people play. That way I could dominate and get easy XP. Oh, shit. Damn, that is the worst I think I've ever done. It's terrible. Never playing either Deltarune or Deltarune side to fight the Chapter 1 Super Boss. Oh yeah, Jevil? We love Jevil. Managed to get up to him without dying at all. That changed quickly. Yeah. Yeah. It is very different from the start. You have to remember, Chapter 1 and 2 are kind of tutorials. And you're fighting, like, an actual boss. I will say that by far, Deltarune has the best, like, turn-based combat system of all time. I think the way that Toby Fox designed it is fucking genius. This is the tutorial for the super boss. Cannot imagine what he's cooking up for Chapter 5. Oh, you have no idea. You are not ready for the Chapter 2 super boss. The Chapter 2 super boss, which is in the middle of Chapter 2, by the way. Well, I guess not in the middle. It is, like, tail end of Chapter 2, but it is not at the end. Chapter 5 super boss. Come to your house and beats you to death with a baseball bat. I'm very aware. Yeah. I have not seen the bosses for chapters 3 and 4 outside of the television that people are weirdly horny for. That is a Tumblr sexy man that was designed in a lab. Once again, I need to point out this game has one incredibly big flaw. Is the fact that there are so many portions of it where you can't just where you're not able to drift optimally. I went into the kill plane and I didn't die. That's awesome. Isn't that every Undertale / Deltarune character? No. Like, you can easily make the claim that a lot of the characters, like, of course, Spamton and Papyrus and... No, Spamton wasn't even designed like that. They just... That was entirely outside of the goals, I believe. No, I don't... The only one I could see would be, like, Mediton. Hold on, I'm pretty sure... Yeah. Like, I can see Mediton. That is, like, the only one. I don't think... Like, okay. I'm not talking about the design in a lab part, I'm talking about the part where Tumblr is attracted to them. Okay, yeah, okay, that's different. Yes, probably. Though, I don't know, like, there's obviously exceptions to that. Like, can we not do this fucking map again? I hate the mechanic of having fucking damage strips on the side of the road. That's so stupid. I think there is not a single person on Earth who is attracted to Asgore. I'm a moron. I'm so fucking dumb. Probably is? No. That is the least fuckable man to ever be conceived. I literally, like, ate shit because I was a moron in my controls and forgot what was happening because I was too busy thinking about Undertale. And I'm somehow still in 4th. What do you mean I missed a checkpoint? No, I fucking didn't. You're a liar. Those are decorative, but they're not. Okay. There's a difference between people being attracted to things and there existing porn of it. I can't move. I can no longer turn left. That's so cool. My control's locked. That's new. I haven't seen that one before. What are you talking about, missed checkpoint? What the fuck are you talking about? This track apparently just doesn't fucking function. You expect video games to work? Surprisingly, considering the things that I play, yes. Fortnite moments, I think. Correct. Correct and true. Would you like to join a call so we can chat? Actually, I can just call. There we are. Faster way to ask is to just call. There we are. It works infinitely better.
Yeah, I was fighting a government website, aka just trying to use it.
Yeah, that's.
And while I was doing that, I was like figuring out, hey, what time is it? That should like appear sometime. And then I checked, oh, been streaming for 17 minutes. Yay!
I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today, because, like, when I texted you last, I literally was just, like, dying.
Yeah. Yeah, that does happen. That's when we need to talk the most. I think that's how that works.
What happens? There's people talking outside my door, so I didn't fully hear you.
When that happens, when you call and when you send messages and are like going through it, trademark. That's like when it's best to talk, I think.
Yeah.
Support.
True. This is horrible. As soon as I've started to actually play against real players, the game has become so much worse. I can't believe
Yeah,
that
I
this
think
game tricked me into thinking that it was playable by having me fight literally nothing but bots for 2 hours.
surprisingly, you're still doing pretty good, despite every technical difficulty under the sun involved with, I guess,
Unreal Engine
multiplayer
5.
connectivity. That too.
I have never
I'm
seen
pretty
an
sure it's just the
engine that
multiplayer
hates
part.
existence more than Unreal Engine 5. Other than maybe the one made by Sonic Team that they lost the files for.
Whatever
That's why
engine
Forces
Sonic
took
Heroes was
so
built
long to
in.
be made. Like, literally, like, 2/3 of Forces' entire development time was making a new engine because they lost the original.
How do you look? You know what?
Sega!
It's better not to know. It's better not to know. It took forever and it was still mid. You see,
Correct.
it's
Correct
Sonic Team.
statement.
Uh, it's Sonic Team. Right. It was still in the Lost World era, I guess you could call it. I
Yeah.
don't know what you expected. Like no one expected Frontiers to be that good for a reason.
I I am still one of the people who I'm like, yes, Frontiers is a playable game. I think as a Sonic game, there is so much of an actual like failure of design in that. It really the best way I can put it is that Sonic Frontiers is like it is genuinely if Nintendo hired that man. That is what it is as a video game. It's real. Nintendo hired that man and they made a 6 out of 10.
Someone kept sending Nintendo hire this man, and Sega kept hitting them up like, "Hey."
You up? You up? You know
I
that
mean,
one Vine
I
that's like, please, ma'am, will you let me private message you? That's what it is.
that was Sonic Team to everyone in development team
Correct.
with the power of Unity free asset.
I have.
Right, it was in Unity,
How
right?
was I in third? I crossed the finish line first.
The power of connectivity, baby.
Correct. At the
Like the
demented
server
circus
sub
room from the room for Jevil in the background. I think that's the tone of the stream perfectly. Yeah, took forever. Still mid. Most functional game they have made, and everything else was the problem. No, Generations still exists. People forget they are fully capable of making good games.
Here's the thing: Generations is good, but it's only a good Sonic game with mods. So I would still set it up as like partial credit.
I don't know. I feel like that is the Sonic game that needs the least amount of help. Generations was good, so they
Generations was
did it
good, so they
again.
did it again.
They didn't do it again. That's the issue. They fucked it up repeatedly. Oh, I can actually tell you why Forces feels absolutely horrendous to control. So you know how Sonic Lost World has a run button?
Oh. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Sonic Lost World has a run button. And because they had lost the original like engine that they were going to work on, they used Lost World as a base. And Lost World had a run button. Sonic Forces, notably, does not have a run button. What Sonic Forces is essentially doing is like, imagine like a manual car that someone decided, what if I made just something that switches automatically in the manual, but not actually like manual swapping it, or auto swapping it rather. It's literally just they are automatically doing the manual inputs to run fast in the background the entire time. So you still have like they shoehorned momentum into something that doesn't have it.
Can we just go back to Rush? Can we just go back to Rush mechanics?
Hell yeah. Everyone go stream Sonic Head Rush by Jenny Chongo show.
That's true.
Literally, probably my favorite album art of all time, except for there's one album art, I think it's by like it's a band I've literally never heard of called Tarkus. I'll need to share what that album art looks like on stream in a second after this, because it is, the 70s were a wild time, especially for album art, and it is gorgeous.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer in 71. Is that it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna send you the image on Discord and see if that was it. The fucking
Yes, that is it.
tank material.
That is it. The greatest album art of all time. Can you also hold up? Oh wow, I did horribly.
I'll link it on chat, I think.
No, don't worry. I'm just going to pull it up.
We're doing both.
Ah.
Beth is just gonna show the best album art ever. If anyone wants to know more about it, the link is in chat. The Wikipedia link for it.
So this is the album art for just the great. This is a beta design of Pokemon.
This is what Sanjiro's gonna be like.
And this is Sonic Head Rush, which is one of my favorite album arts of all time. Oh, I thought you were referring to... Okay, I thought Casafito was referring to Forces as when they did Generations again, because that's basically the only reason Classic Sonic was in it, is because of the popular reputation of Generations. And I forgot the fact that they actually made Generations again. I completely forgot that that was a thing.
Alright, I knew that there was an album that I liked, an album art that I liked better, and I found it. I remembered it. Mad Red Monday is personally, for me, like, better cover art than Head Rush, even though it's really fucking good.
Can you send the Mad Rat Monday again? Mad Rat Monday is a good album, though.
The cover art is just...
Oh yeah, that is fantastic. The Panasonic Blu-ray in the center.
It's the star of the show.
I can't put it in... I need to look it up because it saves as a frickin'... what's it called? Yeah, because Discord decided to update their backend, and they've decided, okay, no more PNG images through Discord. No more PNG images through Discord.
I'm just gonna send the link to the JPEG so you don't have to actually, like, go through anything.
Every time Discord updates, it becomes less functional.
It's sent as a fucking image.
Yes, it did.
Wait, but it has copy message link. That's something.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Oh.
The power of Discord.
It could be something. It's nothing.
I am also absolutely being outclassed at this point. I'm losing it. I'm backwards. Why does this look like a Halo Reach Forge map? This looks like you're taking, like, just the default packs of geometry, and you're like, okay, just make the ramps, make the... Every time Discord updates, Kitten is killed for fun. That's what happened to Blaze in Sonic 06. I think it's funny that Blaze has not appeared as a main cast member since Sonic 06. She is just canonically dead outside of the Olympic Games. Even though...
She's dead outside of the Olympic Games and Rush. Everywhere else, she doesn't exist.
Rush is, like, non-canon now because they changed her backstory to put her into the future. Which is, oddly enough,
Yeah.
I feel like that was stolen by Dragon Ball afterwards, which is weird because Silver is stolen from Dragon Ball, and also Super Sonic is stolen from Dragon Ball, and the Chaos Emeralds are wow, you've really just taken everything from Toriyama.
Listen, don't get a
Oh wow,
rewrite
they
me.
hate women just like Toriyama. Oh shit, we've done it.
Every Sonic is stolen from Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's true. Like
This is correct.
Knuckles was just in Dragon Ball and they just took it.
Yeah,
They just
it's
took
not
it.
even like the concept was stolen. Knuckles was just in there. Someone pointed out something very fun to me, which is that Super Sonic is pure gold and Super Shadow is fool's gold. Because Shadow is synthetic and Sonic is all natural.
Organic, you could say. Organic hedgehog, GMO free.
Organic hedgehog. This implies the existence of an inorganic hedgehog in real life.
Metal. Oh.
Metal. Correct.
Still, in real life. I guess someone could make metal. Like, it would be a pain in the ass to balance it and the walking and everything, but someone could just make metal.
This is true. Hold on. I love that I can just look up Mad Rat Monday and I get the actual thing that I'm looking for. Like, they don't think I'm
Oh, yeah.
insane for it. But of course, the best mashup that Jenny Chunga Show has ever made is, of course, Windows 7 startup slowed. That's what the video is called, but it is a genuine mashup, and it's actually incredible. And then, of course, all of their best work is probably Go Child, in my opinion. They have some very, very impressive mashups, but, like, in terms of, like, their stuff overall, I still really love Go Child.
Yeah.
There's a reason they put it into every single one of their mashups. They hide, at least Deadlock, they hide that in every single one of their mashups.
And the funny part for me is that throughout the whole album, Jenny was just hiding fucking Megalovania in every possible track.
Ruinous is
She
just
got away with it on
Megalovania.
fucking- Like, that one, she didn't have to hide it there at all. But then an outro, and I'm pretty sure an intro,
Yep.
and then it's just everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere she could put it. For
It's
fun.
just like Toby
So-
Fox.
So, technically, she managed to sneak Megalovania up to multiple chains by sneaking Deadlock.
Yes. I am pretty sure... I don't know if it's ever been confirmed. I am pretty sure the Try Again voice in Deadlock is Scout. I'm pretty sure. Like the quote unquote like robotic voice.
Hmm.
I do think it's very fun afterwards, like when you look back on it now, is how much like the masquerade is now it's just like doubled up. Because now there was 2 fucking masquerades.
The thing is, the way I've always felt about that song, the way I've always seen it, is that it's not just about the masquerade of, oh yeah, we're all just cisgender here, no one's pretending anything, haha. But also about, hey, we're all normal people here, no neurodivergences, no nothing, no
Yeah, of course.
weird anything. So there's like 4 or 5 in
There's
in the
so
song,
many
in the band, and
layers.
the everything. There are so many masquerades. We're gonna run out of masks at this point.
We're dresses and centerpieces on display. We're out of the display ones. Jenny took the last one that was on display. She needed to borrow it.
You have to bring another one for the store to have something to display.
No, they traded in the blue suit from the album art.
You're right.
Oh, you know what? That's still on their YouTube. I should see if I can edit that and just make it into their Jenny.
It's true.
Like how Mountain Molehill
Could be an option.
updated to be Scout's new Sona.
Wait, but I have to look that up because I didn't know that.
They did.
You may have mentioned it before, but I missed it entirely. Holy shit, it is!
Yeah.
And then I kept the albums, so she probably... I bet you she had to re-download the fucking, movie posters. Because it was like...
Wait, they
Fuck, I have to
updated the
change
old
hers.
ones too? I thought they only did the new icon.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, yeah, she only changed the ultimate Christmas present. 5 months ago, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, but also Halloween Town. But, which was also 7 months ago. Shit, no, yeah, she just kinda... She didn't retroactively change it because, like, who does that?
True.
I say as we're thinking of doing that type of shit.
There have been instances of people
Retroactively
retroactively
changing
changing
stuff,
stuff like that. One of the mugs I own is between 2 LGBT people, streamers, Zoe and Fion from the Yogscast, and when I initially ordered it, Fion had not changed their name, so it's on the page. It was it had the different name on it, but now that it has arrived, it is their updated one.
I know that they actually like changed it in production and then sent it. I think it would
No,
be
they
really
didn't.
funny if they just like put a sticker on top.
Here's the thing: the other ones exist because that was sold for a long time.
No, yeah, I understand. There were people who bought it before the change happened.
You have to go and get a
got it
label
before the
maker
change
to
happened.
update it the other way now. The old-fashioned way. It's like making N64 cartridge labels. I hate you, Nintendo. Why the fuck would you do that? Why are you too good for end labels? Fuck you.
Brains. Columbus thing, nice. Thanks, Giuseppe. That happens.
It's true.
That happens in the show, actually.
Columbo trans real? Ultimate shortcut. Definitely did not waste time taking that shortcut. By
It'll
crashing
work
into
one day.
walls.
It'll work one day.
Okay. Okay, I need to point out those signs are going in the wrong direction.
Fuck.
They're literally guiding me in the wrong direction. I was like, oh, okay, I'll make the turn there. No!
That's evil design. Everything is pointing in the wrong direction, what the fuck? This was designed by evil.
This is what happens when you let Nintendo hire this man. It doesn't count as drifting when you're in the air. That's fucked up. Oh! 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 That one was actually clean. I did something smart. And I fucked up horribly.
I'm sure you did great. Even if you don't think you did.
Fucked up how we're using kilometers per hour. Those are not real units of measurement.
Excuse you?
What the fuck is an hour?
It's fucked up that so many plots that would be fixed in significantly less time if Columbo was just there. To be fair, most detective shows are just hanging on the fact that the detective was not indeed there.
Yes. I think my most controversial opinion is that Columbo would not instantly be able to solve the Kira murders in Death Note. I don't think that that's something you can do that easily.
I don't think he would immediately solve them.
I think he would have figured it out, but I don't think it would have taken. I don't think it would have been like as fast as people say it would be.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been, but he would have definitely discovered. What was it? Fucking light?
Yeah.
That had the. Yeah. He would have found his demeanor changing by the day and being like, this.
To be fair,
This
Light
doesn't
was
sound
probably
right.
also bipolar.
I mean. Yeah. Shit. Listen, he was raised by a cop. There's probably more going on there.
Yeah, there is. Wow, a dude with who was raised by a cop has skewed sense of morals? That's weird. I wonder why. We only measure in
Sense of
hamburger.
morals, bipolar. The only thing
Yay.
that's left is that he eats hot chip and lies. Wait, he already lies.
He
The only
does
thing left
both
is that
of
he
that.
eats hot chip.
He does.
No, he takes a chip and he eats it, but it's not a hot chip.
How do we
It's a
know
regular
this?
ass
It's
thing.
never confirmed. We need Columbo to
Have you
figure
seen
that
that
out.
chip? That looks bland. Have you seen that chip? That
But
looks
he's Asian,
bland.
not white. Think about it. It could easily be hot.
Fuck. Also, we only measure in hamburger. How dare you? Y'all will use anything but metric.
Yes. The amount of time it takes the president to eat a hamburger is how long our shifts last. That instead of an hour,
Thanks,
it's a
Josephina.
hamburger.
Thanks, Josephina, for the immediate execution.
That's impressive. You've gotten quicker at that.
I personally stopped thinking and was just reading it through like, a person I would love to support. That doesn't sound real. Let me read a little longer. Oh, it's gone. When that should have been like immediate. I am too slow to
Gesapina
detect.
shoots faster than anyone else. That is entirely shoot first, ask questions afterwards.
No, I think she's just a fast reader. I'm not fast at all.
I
Especially
think
reading
this
people.
map might be racist. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a racing map. What else
A
would it be?
lot of the iconography here makes me a bit, you question it a little bit.
Honey, it's a racing. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, um,
I thought you were doing a bit.
I was doing a bit, but then I realized the severity of the situation was like, how hard should I throw myself to the pit after seeing this?
Yeah, it's not even like the statues, it's the fucking, heads on pikes, which is the real questionable part, right over here. That's a bit,
Hmm.
that is the classic Scooby-Doo level racism.
Yeah, that's the classics. That's the old shit.
The racism that they used to air on Hanna-Barbera. What the fuck did Hanna-Barbera do? Shoot faster than Lee Harvey Oswald. I mean, I'm not sure if that is accurate. We can't ask him how fast it was. He could have been lining that shot up for like weeks. He could have been trailing him the whole time.
I'm pretty sure that he, sat in that apartment for at least a good minute, like a good few minutes. So yeah, you do shoot faster than Oswald because that was a setup.
It wasn't an apartment, it was a book depository. Which is a weird thing that apparently exists. I'm not sure why JFK Reloaded remastered. Night of Bush Capture
Fixed,
remastered.
fixed bug where the head just does that.
What if there was no shooter and JFK's head just did that? He fucking deserves it, to be fair. Like, reading through everything, that family 100% deserved to be cursed.
For many
Many
legal and
reasons.
bureaucratic reasons, I don't think I can say the same. However, I will hear you out. Fair enough.
Oh, wait, you were actually expecting... Okay. JFK's father was, like,
I
one
didn't
of the
know
most evil men imaginable. He was a Nazi sympathizer in the USA and, went out of his family's wishes to perform a lobotomy on JFK's sister, who was, awake the entire time and literally felt as, her brain power as, like, a 25-year-old was reduced to a 2-year-old, and they just sent her away and never spoke of her ever again. And no one in the family knew other than him until he died. Or no, until he suffered a stroke, and then he was like, actually, hey, you know your sister who we said just kind of fucked off? Yeah, no, I did that.
I did this. Oh, man.
Did not tell the mother, which is just fucked up. And it was recommended by several doctors to not do that at all.
The only head search me on pikes are heads with the robotic facsimile of humanity. I personally put on pikes myself.
And also JFK's father.
Alright, fair enough. Robotic facsimiles of humanity.
The
I know
bots. The bots
which
in
ones you
chat.
probably mean. Yeah, I know which ones you mean, but I'm also thinking, could that be expanded more?
Metal Sonic.
He's a facsimile. He's a robotic facsimile of Hedgehoggity, I guess. I don't.
What if
I don't
humans
think he
just look
tries to
like
be very.
that?
Hmm.
Every time
I
humans
mean,
show up in Sonic, it's a different thing entirely. Like, look at the Unleashed humans compared to, like, Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06 humans, and then, like, Boom humans, and then just Eggman in general. Those are not the same creature.
You know AI tech bros, you know, not the people that just use them for shits and giggles, but the people who actively push for their development.
Yes.
Those people definitely count. Those the people
Those are
definitely.
facsimiles of humans, correct. And you just reminded me of something that I saw today, which, like,
Oh,
oh my god, okay. So, on my way home from work, I had to stop and get gas. And as I get out, I go in and I like pay for everything. As I'm walking into the shop, a dude walks out and he is wearing one of the Bored Ape shirts. And
oh.
not to be mean, he looks exactly like what you think he does. Like,
You know, uh, them here. I think I've seen it only in one. I've seen only one person use it, but maybe I've seen it in two different towns and just not realized it. A man who wears an AI generated painting of a very muscular werewolf guy thing.
mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just think that a machine just doesn't have the gumption that an actual artist with actual freakness to them could ever put into it.
Yes. And you know, there's a real easy way to prove that, which is one of the people that I have seen working, which I've texted you about this before, which is that one day while I was working, I helped someone get lumber who was wearing the infamous image of an incredibly buff tiger who was cooking methamphetamine on a stove while like naked and like dripped out in like shades, and I'm just like, this dude is wearing this in public. I'm just like, the entire time I'm just like, because I'm trying not to like look at it. I'm just like, because I don't know, I don't want to stare at people's choice of attire and be
Yeah,
rude.
yeah,
And
that's
I'm
fair.
just, when the first time I saw it, like it was like I was in a different aisle than the guy, and I was like, there is no fucking way that that's what I think it is. Um, and like the
Think it is a
entire
reflection
reason I
towards
went to
you.
help him is because I was like, I need to know. I need to know if that's exactly what I think it is, and it was.
Listen, I have to learn from these people that shame is learned and can be
Unlearned.
like, uh huh. Because like I am not gonna use shamelessness for evil, like a lot of people do. I am, however, those Seattle poppy girls, they are living great lives. I need to learn from them. I need to learn how they do it,
This is true.
and I need to stop being a little scaredy cat about it, because that's kind of like the opposite.
This is true. You're trying to be a dog, not a cat.
Exactly. You get it. The fuck is going on in the New Jersey Gamer? Oh, what's
Yeah,
going on
it's
in
just
New
what
Jersey?
happens.
Uh,
Have you ever been to New
listen,
Jersey? It's just like this.
listen. I'll I'll probably be able to tell eventually that yeah, it might just be like this. But is it the lead? It might. Is it the lead? It might be the lead. I mean,
Uh, I'm not sure.
not
We don't have a
necessarily.
significant amount more lead than anywhere else in the United States.
Also,
We also,
let us not forget the New York Metro is right there.
this is true, and there are different types of DNA we don't know what are involved in the New York Metro. Um, at work, every couple minutes now, like we have the overhead announcements. One of the overhead announcements for like the customers is like, it was added literally this week, and I've heard it like 1,000 times already. Um, I don't know if there was like some referendum on lead, because there are so many like things that are just like, hey, if you're going to be painting, look out for lead paint, and if you need more information, go to our website. And I'm just like, I don't want to tell a customer the proper way to look for lead, the easiest way to look for lead in their paint, because you know there's a lot of
Time for the
easy
taste
ways
test.
to identify. Yes, it's taste test. There are two very easy ways to check for lead, and that is if the paint is cracking, if the paint is cracking in an alligator scale pattern, and it has two different colors on each side of the coating, that is lead. The easiest way to tell, however, is to literally just lick the paint, and if it's sweet, that's lead.
So I'm just gonna say, if they're buying paint, if they're buying a product, it probably has the list of components and warnings, right?
Yes.
Right? So you could risk your health through the taste test, or you could, like, read, like, a paragraph.
Oh, no. That we
Scouring
don't
for
sell
no?
lead paint. This is for people who are, like, redoing houses that were built in, like, the 70s.
Oh, like,
We do not sell
because they're
lead-based
painting.
paints. We
Oh.
sell latex and water-based paints.
Lead paint has been technically banned since 1978. Let me see if Mexico has banned lead paint.
We're bringing back asbestos, though. Good news, everyone. We're bringing back asbestos. Potentially lead paint, too. That's the power of lobbyists.
Oh, apparently a study was done recently that said, hey, there's lead in some of these paints. You know, these very common, very often sold paints.
Oh, which ones?
Very commercially successful. The article... Is the article really not calling out any names? Motherfucker.
HGTV, Valspar. Fucking... I'm not sure what other brands we have, actually. Sherman-Williams. Can we bring back the arsenic green? Hell yeah. That's what Disney needs to replace their trademarked green with arsenic green. You're so right. We gotta bring back radium water.
This article does not bring up any fucking brands. What the fuck? Neither does this article. God damn it. There are like two big brands for paint.
Can we bring back the radioactive glass and
brands.
Fiestaware? I love how Fiestaware looks. My sister collects, or rather collected, radioactive glass. You'd be surprised how much of it is radioactive.
Oh.
But the fact is, if it is well kept, it is not dangerous. It is no more dangerous than, like, average bananas and stuff, which also contain radiation. That is because the actual paint is contained. It's sealed. The issue is if it cracks, then it releases radioactive dust into the air. That is a much bigger concern, is that. And to be honest, like, it's not even that much more of a big deal than just having a granite countertop, because guess what? Also fucking radioactive, because that's made of cobalt.
God damn it.
Uranium fever, it's spreading all around. This is true. This is why I have normal interests, like collecting the lead-based Garfield mugs. I have 2 sets.
Honey, I love you. I am going to bring a Geiger counter to our home, okay?
That's fair. Lead is not radioactive, though. It's fine.
Yeah, not for the lead, but for literally everything else. I'm not gonna check the paint for radioactive components. I might have to check the toilet.
This is fair. Cadmium is also true. No,
But yeah,
if
there are toilets that
I
are
am
old enough that they
probably,
have.
I am probably I am lead pilled and radium brained, because, uh, my family did not know that those Garfield mugs were dangerous, until like maybe 2 years ago, when it became like popular to know to mention it, and it's just like, oh, me and my mom have been using that for the past, I don't know, since before I was born. So,
For the past over 25 years. Maybe.
yes, I'm not 25
Well,
though.
yeah, those cups came out in the 80s. Yeah, no,
No.
yeah, like, way before you were born, I'm thinking.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm thinking, like, those cups came out in the 80s, right? They probably got them around, like,
Mm-hmm.
the 90s at the latest.
Yep.
Those cups are probably...
They are
Those cups are
well
probably older
worn.
than some of my those mugs are probably older than some of my coworkers.
Yep.
They're probably older than the people that I used to call dads. That's kind of fucked up.
There's
There's
one
this one Fallout
Fallout lady on
video.
YouTube sounds surprised she still alive considering the amount of radioactive items she has combined with the amount of ancient rations she has opened, unleashing the curse of Ra. There is no... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. There is no old military ration or MRE that is as bad as, all of the Icelandic fish dishes that come in cans. Like, fish broten and, fermented Greenland shark. Like, no, you can probably eat uranium, and it's probably healthier than that.
Listen,
Just chewing on it like a glow
it's
stick.
it's fucking Sweden. What else do they have to do to pass the time?
This is they
It's like
make the
Mexico with its
Ghostbuster.
spices.
They make the Super Ghostbusters album apparently. You know the story behind that, right?
Oh, actually, I don't. I thought that was just a bit.
No, when Joel
Oh no.
moved, he did not have internet at his house for like over a month because like his ISP was just like dicking around. And he just went insane, and one of the few things he had on his desktop was just a MIDI file of the Ghostbusters theme, and that is just a man succumbing to madness.
I didn't know that was called the Super Ghostbusters theme, where...
It's the Super Ghostbusters album. There's more than one.
Right, right.
The entire album together is only like 30 minutes. I put poison
More
in
thinking
the
he wants a
water
breeding mold.
supply. It's so good. It's so good. Oh yeah, they did make a second one. I think their Bug Snacks song is critically underrated. Because I'm sneaky, I'm the rat man.
I'm looking up Super Ghostbusters 2. Let's see if there is such a thing. If there is such a second album. There's the original deluxe edition, is that... Okay, yeah, this is
Grandma's
definitely
dead.
Swedish
Yeah, that's a
insanity.
good one. Hold on, I need to... It's not just Grandma's Dead. It's where is it? The amount of times that I have just in my head heard the lyrics of a fucking Bug Snacks song is really funny. I cannot play it, and I cannot find lyrics, so...
I found the lyrics. Mark Skeletor Box Next song lyrics.
Oh, hell yeah. It is... genuinely... I don't know how he manages it. I really don't. Because it's something that... I am not doing a dramatized reading of that. Not because of any moral implications, but just because people are home.
You know what? Let me try something.
Oh no. The
You
only
were-
you read the Joel parts. Don't read the other songs and the Half-Life sound effects.
Verse 2 is both Sarah Bonito and Bark Skeletor. Do they just sing that together?
No. Listen
I
to
figured.
you should listen to the full song. It is it is a trip, but that could be an issue for later. There is nothing I hate more than having people listen to my music recommendations. Because it's just like, all of my insecurities just immediately come out, and I'm just like, even though I know this one is entirely a bit, the issue with it being a bit is that if other people don't find it funny, it is going to be horrific. I'm just like, oh god. I'm going to lose my
is the
social
greatest-
credit for this.
I haven't even started playing it, and I know it's the greatest music recommendation you've done ever. Because this is the first comment I find. It's the first comment, it's the top
It
comment.
is.
It's probably
It is the top
been
comment.
there for ages. And probably will be for longer than I live.
This assumes that YouTube will outlast us, which, who knows? Google likes abandoning things the moment they become not profitable. So, I don't know.
I mean, YouTube has been non-profitable for like years now.
Well, no, it was non-profitable at the start. Nowadays, it is actually profitable. It's just that they've fucked up and made it less profitable because they were like, alright, we're gonna start supporting 4K video. And it's just like, that's a terrible idea. Do you know how much space that takes up? And how much bandwidth?
Just suggest your uncle's playlist. Okay, fair enough. My music is basically... Well, when I say this, it's gonna sound a little silly if you know me a little bit, but it's mostly like 5 different people choosing different things for a fucking road trip. Like a very old uncle from I guess not Appalachia, but definitely some barns, some sort of farm, some sort of barn. A girl who has never gone to a rave, but thought about it once and has never shut up about it.
Thought about it? Okay.
And, someone who, who listened to, lo-fi hip-hop, then decided to go deeper until lo-fi hip-hop, the fucking stream, the billion-year stream, was not enough. until it was like, that is so like surface level. You need to listen to this instead.
You need to listen to actual lo-fi, and it's just the sound of a cassette being thrown out of a car. Repeatedly. While it's still somehow playing, it's just that the tape is unspooling.
Correction is your uncle's playlist till the tonal whiplash of an anime song comes in.
My uncle watches
Fair
anime,
enough.
so that still tracks.
You just keep hearing like 70s, 80s rock, a little bit of
Grateful
a
Dead.
little hint of punk, but not much, and then eventually, say like the fucking intro of the most slice of life cute girl sort of anime.
When I'm 12 hours into the divorced dad rock playlist, and I hit Snowhalation. I love Snowhalation, actually. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, we could watch it together.
Yeah, I would not mind watching Love Live. I have not ever actually watched it.
Me neither. I have like in high school when I was going through my weeb moments. I had a classmate who.
Sorry, I just got
I
shot
watched
to death.
Oh no!
I'm not actually dead. They just hit me with the fucking
Yeah,
the wave
push
of
you a billion feet
destruction.
away. Yeah.
Sorry, continue. I was not expecting.
No,
I got
I also
jump
wasn't
scared by
expecting to see that
Goku.
guy just. Yeah, what the hell? What the fuck? Anyway. Yeah, while I was going through my weeb phase, I was mostly watching like Shonen. I was watching fucking JoJo, Fist of the North Star, just buff guys beating the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Through absurd means, yeah. And my friend was like, bro, that's gay shit. You're not watching the real stuff. If you want to be a true man's man, you have to watch Love Life and K-On!
This is true. A lot of the dudes that I knew in high school did watch K-On! And Love Live. This is actually very true. Like Dan and the other Dan. Those are the only two people I can remember.
We both did watch JoJo's and ended up not being a man's man at all, so like, maybe he was onto something.
True. I also watched JoJo a lot through a website that my friend recommended, my lovely friend Evan. This is before my family had like Netflix or anything. And he was just like, I was like, hey, can I borrow your account to watch JoJo? And he was like, you don't, okay, it says you need an account on this website. If you type anything with an @ in the account creation, it does not have to be a real Gmail, it does not have to be a real email, it doesn't have to be anything. You can literally type in nonsense, and it will go through. And he was right. And now that website don't exist no more.
I wonder
But
why.
it did have correct subtitles for JoJo, which is something more than Netflix did.
Okay, that does say a lot. Damn. I will say, funnily enough, I watched parts 1 through 4, read 5 through 8. I didn't watch 5, but I did watch 6. And now part 7 is coming out. One of my friends is a big fan of part 7. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, because, like, it's a lot.
There is a lot. It is technically the second longest by the amount of time made to produce it. I think it has the most chapters, though. By, like, a large margin.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
This man loved his gay horsemen.
Listen, to be fair, he was starting his entire universe again from scratch, and he was allowed to re-include, and exclude whatever the fuck he wanted.
This is
I
true.
am glad he had fun with it.
Me too.
Plus, if you learned to draw horses to that degree, you would also want to show the fuck out of it and just
This is
squeeze that
true.
ability dry.
The difference
Like
between the
Horikoshi with
part
hands.
1 horses and the part 7 horses is staggering. Don't want no Dan of Steel, I won't give me Steely Dan. The issue with JoJo is that some of its translation names are legitimately better. Like all of the Pillar Men. And Hamon being Ripple. Like, it's... Or no, it's Ripple being Hamon. Or... It's something fucking stupid. Basically, you always lose, no matter what translation you go for.
This is true. This
Like,
is why...
AC/DC is way better than just AC/DC, I'm sorry. San Viento is better than Santana.
This is why the only true way to consume it, to observe this pillar of modern art, is through reading the original manga scanlated by the scanlated by the most independent of people, aka broke as fuck, someone who doesn't have anything better to do than to scanlate it.
You have to read, the best way to read it is, of course, the Korean School Project Part 4 translation. That they failed.
Yes,
they failed that, by the
yes.
way. Important information. They did, in fact, fail that. I wonder why.
They failed they failed from grammatical issues, but they won
In our
100% grade in our hearts. Exactly. The Duang fucking translation,
What a lovely
scanlation
Duang.
is just too important.
Favorite stands Blasted Pancake and Filthy Axe at a reasonable price. Here's the thing. Filthy Axe at a reasonable price is no longer the canon censored name. It's just D4C. Now.
Not even Dimes for Crimes?
Nope, it's not Dimes for Crimes.
Not even that. God damn it.
That
one would have been funny.
No, they just made it the abbreviation. I hate the fact that the translations for Gold Experience and Stone Free are Golden Wind and Stone Ocean. I hate that so much, genuinely. But
Yeah.
the one thing that there is one translation that was actually not kept. They got rid of it. They were allowed to just use the regular name for some reason that was never explained. Was Made in Heaven was previously in translations was Maiden Heaven. Maiden, Maiden Heaven, which is a really good name, honestly. In my opinion, that is a good name. I like that name, but they just had Maiden Heaven instead. The fuck is this Stone Ocean? I'm pretty sure it's literally like... To my knowledge, that is a fucking Miku car. I'm stealing the goddamn Miku car, bitch. Fuck you. I'm Miku. This is mine.
I love how every single car flipped over for the Miku car.
As it should.
They're like cats. They meet each other belly up immediately.
This is true.
To display trust.
This is true. No, Stone Ocean is literally referring to... It is referring to... The song, I believe, is genuinely referring to basically what happens in Part 6, which is a prison island, essentially. Because that was a very common thing back in the day. Not much anymore. It turns out it's a lot harder to maintain than they thought it would be.
Yeah, because you have to now keep all the daily amenities and necessities of everyone there.
Yep,
And
which is very
transport
difficult
them.
on an island.
Yeah.
Imagine if
Imagine if the
Joker...
Joker had a stand.
That would just be, the alternative, hold on.
His stand is his jukebox.
1 second. Give me a second. It's from George Joestar, Dio's alternative stand, The Passion, which is literally just the spirit of Jesus Christ talking to him. What?
And then I can reuse that concept of Jesus Christ literally talking to the protagonist.
To be fair, George Joestar was not written by Araki. Non-canon.
Right.
But that is where 28 Cars on Mars came from. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Because the universe has been
Joker died.
reset 28 times. Which is funny because Jonathan's stand, which you actually see Dio use, being his version of Hermit Purple, is also referred to as the Passion, which means it is one of two stands that share a name with another stand, and the other one is Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is in Part 4 and Part 7, respectively.
This is just too convoluted for them. That everything converged.
He for gore.
Yeah. Anyway, I simply believe that the Joker does have a stand, and that is his microphone that he uses to beatbox.
True, correct. One of my favorite facts about JoJo is the fact that, you know, Dio was originally supposed to have the world be the ability that controls all other stands, just mimics all of their abilities. And technically speaking, it could still be that. We have no proof that that's not what it does, because we see him use both Hermit Purple and the Star, so... Technically, it could still be that. He may have just decided that every other ability wasn't worth it. Motherfucker looked at Tower of Grey and they went, no, what? Why though?
Bro saw the Emerald Splash do nothing every single time and decided, I don't need that. No one needs that. Yeah, you don't need that.
I don't need to use this. Why would I need a ranged attack if I can just close the distance myself with the fact I can stop time? Do you love the implication of the JoJo bloodline being directly related to Jesus of Nazareth? I'm gonna go through an etymology lesson with you really quickly. Because there is no J in the Hebrew language. In the actual traditional Hebrew, the J sound is technically goes under ye. So
Yeah, a Y sound.
yes, and Jesus itself is just a Romanization of the original Hebrew Yiddish, which would be Yeshua, and the original way that you would be named is being the son of your father. So for Jesus in particular, there would be Yeshua, son of Yosef, because of Joseph. So if you were to Romanize that, that would be Joshua, son of Joseph, also known as Jojo. And there is your
And
etymology language.
that is unironically one of the arguments that Araki used in part 7.
Yes, yes, it is.
So that is not an implication, that is just canon.
Yes.
I think he has the star mark in
He
like a
does. He
panel
does
or
have the star
something.
mark.
Then yeah, he's just he just is.
Yes. You could also claim that that ties into the implication that Jonathan was reincarnated into the spirit of the star, but that's a whole other can of worms that I'm not tackling because that does approach into fanon territory. Do that, man? Yes. Araki is able to cook the most batshit things possible and have them make perfect in-universe sense. It's great. Everything that's bullshit that happens in JoJo, when they explain it, it sounds perfectly reasonable.
It sounds perfectly canon because let's not forget that the beginning, the first fucking power that he made was breathing in well enough to channel the power of the sun. So like anything goes. Not anything, but he certainly adds a certain
Enough. Oh, damn it, the only way for me to escape is the Cybertruck. I'd rather die.
This is the man who saw a ghost and went, I'm too tired for this. I mean, wouldn't you? Like, if I saw a ghost, I'm not dealing with that.
I did see a ghost, and my response was, oh, okay, hi? And then they went away. I don't know what happened to them.
The store I work at, I have personally not seen anything. I have worked many night shifts and I have not seen a damn thing. And I don't expect to. Uh, but but a lot of my coworkers do say that they have seen some things happen, some things that are like, heard certain noises, some things happen and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And every single time, my thought is, listen, I'm not gonna bother that, I'm not paid enough for this.
I'm not gonna bother the ghost.
Let's
I'm
get
not paid
along.
for that.
We can get along with the ghost, I'm not gonna try anything.
No reports on this.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, Josephina said that she'd let me know about that because she got Civil War artifacts brought into her home. So there is no Civil War soldier currently manifesting in her place of residence, which is good. That is good.
Listen, it's simply because the ghost doesn't see any reason to manifest. You're not racist.
This is true.
If you bring someone over and suddenly the cupboards start like moving around, you now know.
I'm trying to think if I've had any, like, outside of the ghost in my house, I'm trying to think of any actual, like, notable experiences that I have with that.
I personally don't have anything, but my mom does tell a lot of stories.
My dad has a
Including one
shit
time.
ton.
Including one time when I was apparently a baby,
Mhm.
ghosts apparently would not let me sleep, and she just sternly talked to them until they shut up. And it worked.
So there you go.
Of course, I kind of struggled to believe that story for obvious reasons, but like that is the story that I remember.
Mm-hmm. My mom, when she was a kid, had a dog that was named Hershey, a little brown poodle. Died long before either me or my sister were born. And apparently, like, throughout, like, when my sister was a child, like, occasionally, like, they would literally just see Hershey playing with my sister, and they would just be like, hey, wait a minute. And just, like, look back, and it's just like, wait a minute, no, that's not, they're dead. What? No. That's not right. No, actually, no. I do remember one instance,
Ooh.
which is this one's directly related to my
Oh shit!
family,
Hold
but
on, my headphone died. Ah,
it's all good.
give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. I can listen now.
Okay. Unfortunately, a couple of years back now, my aunt passed away, and you know that's just it sucks, but things happen. Um,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah, but
interesting, however, is like of course that my cousins and my uncle have a lot of experience with things on their own. Me personally, one time I ran into my grandparents while I was out shopping, and like just down the aisle, I just see my aunt, and I'm just like, oh, I wave to them, and I'm just like, they're just they're probably just here picking up things, helping grandparents like pick up stuff. It was only after I was in my car on the way home where I realized, hey, wait a minute. That's no. I guess she was just like looking after them uh like that, which that's nice. But yeah, that is always weird to just be like, cuz it doesn't always register immediately as that is what is happening, and that there's something strange with it just cuz like that is a person that I directly know. So
hold on. I think I have to fight the fucking government website again. God damn it.
the website has been filled with ghosts.
Probably because I just received an email that's like, hey, so you your thing has been scheduled. You just have to pay, and we'll let you work. We'll let you show up for your paperwork. And I'm like, yay! Wait a second. What do you mean I have to pay? Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I should have just showed up. Oh my god. I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna see if it lets me go with the receipt of, hey, I paid for this visit last time. Let me go through.
Yep. That sounds about right to me.
But yeah, sorry about interrupting with that.
It's all good.
Oh god, that absolutely cleared my brain. Oh my god. The aunt story. You were talking about how she did a thing. Fuck. No, yeah, I completely missed it.
When I was
Sorry.
it's all good. Don't worry. When one time when I was out shopping, I ran into my grandparents who were just picking up things. And down the aisle from them, I see my aunt. And I just assume at the time, I was like, oh yeah, she's probably just helping out with groceries or whatever because like my grandfather has had like a lot of surgeries and stuff, so it's not unreasonable. And a lot of times my
Yeah, like
cousins
take
end
it
up
as a help.
staying with with my grandparents as well. So I just assume, yeah, that's fine. And then I realize, like on my way home, like when I'm in my car, is just like, oh hey, wait a minute, my aunt passed away like a few years back now. That like even if she was there, it's not like if she was there, she's just watching over my grandparents, which is a nice thing to think about, to be perfectly honest. But it is always weird to experience stuff like that.
Yeah. Especially because like it's not exactly a tangible experience most of the time. Or when it is, it's like, okay, how do I explain this?
Yep. There are some things that are very difficult to explain and probably won't have any explanation because it's just... Unfortunately, not everything works exactly as humanity kind of wants it to. Things hate being categorized, things in reality hate having one solid solution or answer, which humans
Especially a
don't like.
material solution.
We like having one clean thing to explain everything when pretty much everything is an exception in its own way. So
Like we have the theory of everything, we have the standard model. However, the entirety of gravity is an exception. So,
yep.
haven't really had any ghostly encounters, but if I did, I have a feeling I probably just would not care. Hmm.
Yeah. There's not a lot you can do. In all honesty, it's just like they're intangible. You can't interact with them. Like the best that they can do is interact with you. So like, you just
I guess
like...
best you can do is get along with them?
Yeah, exactly.
Or think about it?
I have spoken to one ghost and they seemed perfectly fine and normal. Still do not understand why? Because, like, we are the first family to live in this house. I have no fucking clue why there would be a ghost here. So, it would have to... Oh, wait. My family buys a bunch of antiques and stuff. Right. Never mind. Solution has been found. Doi. My mother collects
The solution
dolls.
has been found. The farmer's market.
One of the toolboxes that my dad brought home from a yard sale. Previously, it was like a house clearing sale. It, like, used to belong to like this old man who had passed away. And my dad eventually sold that toolbox because he was like, the man was a heavy smoker, and even after I cleared out that box, it no longer smelled anymore. Occasionally I would walk back into my shop and it would smell like cigars, and occasionally if I pissed off the ghost, it would throw something at me. So he sold that toolbox to someone else.
I mean, to be fair, getting tools thrown at you seems to run in the family. To be like at least partially fair.
Yes. That's not something that runs in the family. That's just if you have ever worked any job that requires tools, tools are thrown.
You know what? Fair enough.
Everyone knows the classic shop game of Dodge Wrench.
Okay, yeah, I have not done enough robotics or mechanics or anything to have tools thrown my way, I suppose. Skill issue on my end. Especially because I don't think I could win a Dodge Wrench.
There's no winners at Dodge Wrench. There's only losers.
And I might be one of them if I play, so I don't think I'm playing.
Yes. And when I break out, just dance for a connect and a second player joins. That's the actual Rasputin.
Personally, we should not be anywhere near anything that explodes.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Right.
Sorry to hear that you have no boiler, apparently.
Lamau. What was it that I was just thinking? Oh, yes. Every time my dad tells me a story about, like, him in his youth, or, like, anything, like, even going into his adult years, I become more and more confused as to how I am alive and existent. Because I am confused as to how he is alive and existent. Because, my father has pioneered the incredible sport known as motorcycle tag, which I'm pretty sure by the name you can figure out what it is.
Yeah, that kind of gives a strong hint.
Motorcycle tag is tag on motorcycles that was played at abandoned construction sites, gravel pits, and in the woods. On motorcycles, not exactly dirt bikes. Some of them were dirt bikes, some of them were motorcycles. You know how it is. It was just whatever the kids in the neighborhood managed to buy.
Your dad would have loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Listen, card
Just a
games
random
and motorcycles
comment
sound
that
right
I can
up his
say,
alley.
yeah, probably. None of my dad's friends died playing motorcycle tag, but one of my dad's, someone my dad knew died of, Actually, I'm not going to tell this story, because that might actually be a notable enough thing to like, actually track down, like, an actual location. And, you know what, let's not do that.
An actual location, an actual person. Yeah, no, let's not.
Yeah, it was, people went to jail. This was in the news at the time. So, I might share this eventually off of stream, but...
Yeah, that could be a fun story to tell the others
No,
as well.
it's
Like,
not really.
hey, y'all, you know.
Not really a fun story. It's just like... It's actually kind of fucked up and sad, really.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll just mute Streamlabs for a moment.
Oh. Yeah, I see your character stop moving her lips. Oh. I see. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh. Oh. That. Mm. That. That. Alright, maybe I should have said this before. You're muted in Streamlabs. I am not. So, Giuseppina just heard, ah! Oh. Oh. And I think that tells most of the story, yeah.
I'm unmuted now, so...
Hooray! Hooray, everyone gets to hear my lovely wife.
Yay! I'm glad that people get to hear my lovely wife. My favorite thing is your alternative account. Just seeing other people interact with the posts on that is just really funny to me. I don't know why.
Hold on, what do you mean the alternative account?
You know the alternative account.
The Twitter?
Yeah. The private account.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
But
It's it's just it's especially funny because half the people there, I don't know how I met them. Like it just happened. These people just showed up one day.
yeah, it's like the one fanfic writer that both of us talk to occasionally. I'm just like, hi.
It's, exactly.
I don't know why you follow my wife, but that's pretty neat.
It's I don't know if I
And like,
should say this on stream, so maybe I won't.
it's like she knows me, but does not follow me. She knows you and follows you, which is interesting.
Oh, that's
I think
fucked up.
I
I'm gonna tell
talk
her
to
to follow
them
you
more
now.
than you do, too. So
I'm gonna tell them to follow you because what the fuck?
wait, no, don't
That's fucked
say
up.
that. Don't force them to follow me. I don't care. Like I do care, but like I don't know.
Listen, I don't have to force anything. I can just say that she's not gonna see anything else until she.
That is so
Oh, that's a
manipulative.
terrible bit. That's such a terrible bit. Plus, that
Ban-
also says the thing that I was like, maybe I shouldn't
Banned
say this on
from the
stream.
private
So,
Twitter until you follow my wife.
especially stupid. But yeah, to me it's more confusing than anything that she doesn't follow you because she reads some of your fics.
Yes.
She knows that you exist and that you post pink.
Post what? Oh, Pete.
So
Gotcha.
yeah,
I also
so like
post absolute garbage.
nuh-uh,
Yeah,
nuh-uh.
huh?
I have notifications on for you. I know that you don't post garbage. I know you post pink. I know you're writing.
I'm going to make a fic that is just called garbage now to prove you wrong.
What the hell?
Moi.
Mama.
Uh, it might genuinely just because I go on and off of private pretty frequently.
That actually could make sense. She probably tried to follow you at one point where you were private and just like forgot.
Ye.
But yeah, you know what, fuck it, I will say this much at least. I don't know how many people know me. I don't know how these people have figured out about my existence or found out about it. There are so many people calling me Big Sis, and I don't even know why, because there is no shot that I, like,
No, I know why.
I am not. No, no, I understand why you say it, but for these people, I'm not, like, a present enough presence. I'm not enough of a presence to be a big sister. There is no shot. So, like, why? What do I do? Do I just, like, hear
That's
them out
just.
one time and they're like, yeah.
Listen, a lot of people have a lot of traumatic experiences, and you should not downplay them just because you do not understand. Oh, hi. That dude was just hiding in a bush.
Oh, that almost had consequences. So forget all of it. Forget almost.
It's fine. I don't really care. It's fine. All I'm here to do is just. This is dress up, but with game attached.
Honestly, true and real. I want those shark slippers. God damn it!
The blah. The blah high.
The blow high, the shoe high.
The shoe high.
I think one of the things that I have to do before, like, as I'm going up there,
Mm-hmm.
is like order some shoe high for us.
What does that mean?
Like, just order those shark slippers. One for you,
Oh.
one for me.
I was
Like order it to your, like order it to you while I am going up there.
fair enough. These shoes, I can't wear like a lot of like slippers and stuff. I was born with fucking stupid and weird feet. The arch of my feet is a fucking parabola, so it just hates all shoes essentially.
Funnily enough, I don't know what arch my shoes were born in because, according to my mom and some other family, when I was very, very little, I jumped off of a counter that was like twice my height at the moment, so I don't know, like 3 feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
maybe four. And I was a fucking baby, so I just jumped off of that and walked it off. And she honestly believes, and probably saw, that I just was flat-footed right after that. Like I never walked right from that until I
Damn.
had to like until I had to like force myself to walk right consciously. No orthopedic shoes, just self-determination to walk right or else.
Damn.
So yeah, I don't know how my feet were born. I just know that I flattened them at some point.
I get it. I need to invest in hammers.
No,
uh,
no. If anything, you would have to like. No, no, you don't have to invest in anything. You don't have to jump anything. Nuh-uh. Because I don't know how much of that would flatten it too much.
I should make inverse arches.
Hmm. There is, there's, there's many wonders in this world for those who can find them, I suppose.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll find a way to get you to wear cute slippers comfortably without issue. Because you deserve shoe high, I guess. I guess would be the name for it. Hmm.
What was it that I was literally just to say? I inserts probably, or if they just have a fluffy enough like bottom to it.
What?
What?
I only processed like a quarter of a sentence.
Okay, if you have like the inserts, it would probably be fine, or the if it was just if it just had very like plush bottoms to the slipper, then it would be fine.
I mean, yeah, those shorts do look very plush, so maybe.
Yeah.
Or also, we could like, they don't have to be just like the fucking croc strap thingy, but they could have something like that.
Yeah.
So they can attach to like the back of the heel or something.
Just have it be like it's just fake slippers. Just the bottom is hollow and it's just like a wrap around.
We buy the slippers, hollow at the bottom, and just put Crocs on them. Just put them on Crocs and call it a day.
Perfect.
We've done that wrong. We have surpassed all of human engineering. Hmm. Next up, we will invent cat girls.
I already exist. This is me erasure.
Sorry. Sorry. I will not erase you again. You deserve uh a lot of this world and more.
Erasing me like I'm in the chalk zone.
No. No, I'm not sending you to the chalk zone. I could never. I could never ask you that personal question.
What, huh? We have circled back to Jenny.
All
You
roads go back
erase
to.
chalk, where does it go? God.
Well, this was very nerdy. I am glad to have been here.
I'm glad you're here too. Okay.
And I am glad to see the little Dunsparce moving through.
Yep. They're just swimming for sand.
That is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Okay. I'm going to stream is done for today. Bye bye.
Yeah.